The moment that you understand what it takes to win and you put yourself in that position to do whatever it takes no matter what, that's when you start to win. I will always say, do what you're most passionate about, no matter the results. Because the moment that you keep moving forward, the moment you keep doing what you say you wanted to do, the passion that you have is going to be your why. The passion that you have is going to be the reason that you keep going when things get hard. You can strike out all day, but the moment that you hit that home run, suddenly it's worth it. The moment that you can finally hit that buzzer beater and the whole team is celebrating with you, all of a sudden everything was worth it, right? When the things don't look your way and you keep moving with the passion that you have, it's going to pay off. Most of the time people are in a position where they want to just quit. They're doing something, they realize they're passionate about it, and then they don't see the results they want, so they quit. Or they're doing something and they realize they don't actually have the passion for it, they were doing it for the results. So when you're sitting there and you're thinking about what two things you're doing something for, are you doing it because you're passionate about it, or are you doing it because of the result it can give you? Some people, they want to get into business, but they don't actually have a business mentality. They're doing it because they don't want to work a 9 to 5, or they're doing it because they want a lot of money. Other people are going into it because they enjoy the business that they're actually doing. So they might enjoy actually making clothes and being creative. They may actually enjoy going and doing website designing and doing certain things for other people because of what they're actually passionate about, right? So what are you passionate about? And what do you do when things don't look your way? Do you quit? Do you give up? Or do you just adjust? At the end of the day, you always have to ask these questions. For myself as a mentor, I'm always having these type of conversations with people that want to get into my space, right? For me, I'm a mentor in day trading. I'm also a business owner. So whenever I put myself in a position to have a conversation with these people, I'm like, okay, so do you want to get into day trading because you see what it can do for you? Or do you want to get into day trading because of genuinely you enjoy the idea of learning something new and being able to learn a skill that can make you money anywhere around the world? Like, which one is it? Sometimes it could be both. For me, I enjoy both, right? I enjoy the results of what it gives me, but when I wake up, I also have the passion for what I do. I have the passion for mentoring people. I have the passion for having a business. I have a passion for actually impacting the people that I come across. And that's why I also do content, right? I always say you gotta know your why, but deeper than the why, you gotta know, is it something you're passionate about? Because you can know your why. You're doing something, you're working your job. Why? Because you need to pay your bills. Okay, why? Because you might just, I don't know, you might have went to school for it and now you're like, well, I don't wanna waste the 4 years I spent, right? Like, you got things to take care of. That's your why. But are you even passionate about the job that you have though? So if you're not passionate about that, but you're passionate about content creating, why are you not doing both? If you're not passionate about your job, but you're passionate about being the best person in the world, go be the best person in the world in whatever you're passionate about. Finding a way to actually maximize on the things that you want to do is the way you're going to grow. I try to tell people all the time, whenever you're sitting there and you're having these thoughts late at night, you're like, man, what am I doing in my life? What am I trying to figure out? What do I want to do next? Do what you're passionate about. If you don't know what that is yet, then that's okay, right? Because I mean, everyone has to start somewhere. Eventually you have to go back and think about where it all started anyway. Okay, when I was a kid, I used to be very passionate about this certain sport or this certain TV show or this certain, this certain whatever it was, this certain hobby. And you start getting yourself in that position where you're like, okay, well, I can go back to that because maybe that's what brings me the most joy right now. Right? Asking God to put you in a position where you can actually meet people that are like-minded like you will also be great. Getting out there, putting yourself in different environments, putting yourself in winning circles, winning positions, you have to be able to put yourself out there. If you don't, that makes it a little bit more difficult, right? So when you're thinking about life, again, are we passionate about this? Are we doing this just to pass time? When I heard the quote, strike out all day because eventually you hit a home run, it really hit for me because I think about a lot of the times when I wanted to quit, when I wanted to give up, when I wanted to just stop what I was doing, but I kept moving forward. And then when I hit the home run, it was all worth it. When I hit the home run, everything kind of made sense, right? I didn't have to worry about going from one base to the next to the next. I was able to just go full around the circle and come back and score, right? So when you're thinking about that in life, What are you doing right now that can maybe you can just hit it a little bit and get to first base? What can you do that can get you to second base? That can get you to third base? And then, you know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with a step-by-step program, right? There's nothing wrong with putting yourself in a position where you can actually win step by step by step. Eventually, that's what you need to do anyway. No one just says, hey, I'm gonna try to make $1 million, and they made $1 million all in one. Hey, I'm gonna try to leave this job and just go get a promotion. Okay, well, you leave the job, now you need experience to go do something else to go get the promotion, right? Sometimes you can't just hop into the next level of things. You have to move level by level by level. That's the way life works though. So being patient is also a part of the journey. That's why people say sometimes success to them is the journey, because you learn so much about yourself along the way. You learn so much about the things that you actually want to do and the person you are developing into along the way. But you have to understand this level by level by level. Until then you're thinking you deserve it all at once. Why is it that you feel like you deserve so much with little effort? You feel like you deserve to be successful, but you sleep in every day. You wake up and you just play the video games all day. You wake up and you're watching TV and movies all day. You get off of work and that 5 to 9 shift that you could be working overtime for something else on the side hustle, you're putting that to things that are not going to bring you no value. You're spending money on the clubs and buying drinks and smoking weed and having bad habits that are going to put you in losing positions. And yet you're still curious why you don't have the results that you want to. You haven't put yourself in a position to actually win yet. The moment that you understand what it takes to win and you put yourself in that position to do whatever it takes no matter what, that's when you start to win. Because now it's not about how you feel. Now it's not about what the results have already been. It's what you're going to create. It's what you're going to do about the situation that's going to change the outcome. And when you start to notice what actually puts you in those rooms and that headspace, that's when you start to get to work. Until then, you're just like everybody else, living a mediocre life, trying to figure things out, just doing things day to day to day to day. But you gotta have a vision. You gotta have goals. You gotta have things that you actually want to accomplish. Because at the end of the day, when you're actually striving for something, you can't just be shooting for the win. You gotta say, I want to hit this target. If you're gonna do a bow and arrow, what are you trying to hit? You're trying to hit a target. You're not just trying to shoot an arrow just to shoot, right? When you're throwing darts, you're not just trying to throw it along the wall. You're trying to hit a certain target on the board. That's how you need to be in life. And you gotta be precise. You gotta be consistent. You gotta be disciplined for you to actually hit the target. Until then, again, you're just shooting for the win. And you're just trying to figure it out. So step by step, it's okay to be in levels. It's okay to try to figure things out. It's okay to shoot for the win every now and again, because sometimes you just gotta put something out there. And if it hits, it hits. But at the end of the day, if you keep striking out, eventually you will hit a home run. I'm trying to tell you. Figuring out why you're doing something, the passion about it, or if you're doing it just to pass time, is also super major, like I said. These are all things that correlate into you actually getting to where you want to get to. Imagine you have a passion for darts. I'll say this last thing and then we can wrap it up. Imagine you have a passion for darts and you're like, hey, I'm trying to figure out how to hold the dart. How do I need to put my arm in? How do I need to hold it? Right? If you never played darts before, maybe you don't know what I'm talking about, but darts is very simple. But it is always a strategy to everything. Okay, how do I hold it? Do I throw it better with my left? Throw it better with my right? Which one do I do? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna throw it. Okay, why did I not hit the target that I was trying to hit? Okay, how many points do I need, right? Okay, I need 50 points, so I can't just hit that one and that one. I need to actually try to, right? It's precision. And then it's discipline. Okay, well, you know, if I try to keep my arm consistently like this, then I'm gonna be able to hit it. Because if I'm shooting it like that, or if I'm trying to, you know, shoot it a little bit different and throw it differently, it's just not going to hit the target that I needed to. So you gotta have the precision, gotta have the discipline, gotta have the consistency, right? That's how you gotta go with life every day. Do things what you're passionate about, because then it doesn't feel like you're actually working for something. You're just doing what you love to do anyway. And then that's what makes life life. So that being said, y'all, appreciate y'all for making it this far in the video. If y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. If y'all want to learn about day trading and get into that space, I would love to be your mentor and put you in that headspace and give you the guidance and the knowledge that it takes to become successful. Go ahead and follow my Instagram. It's King Malone, as you guys already see in the top corner. Subscribe to the channel, like I said before, and let me know what y'all think, man. What do y'all think? Is it passion? Well, I already know it's passion, but tell me, what are y'all passionate about? Let's just say that. That being said though, I'll catch you on the next video. I'm gone.